everything has been taken care of. We're back.
Business.
Back to the topic at hand, reading books. You're an avid reader, would you say?
Yes, sometimes, most
Yeah.
of the time.
But you can't read all the time.
Right. Yeah, I would say I read like a book every 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, so that takes commitment for sure.
Yeah. I'm also unemployed though, so.
Oh, well, when you were employed, did you read a lot then as well? Do you read for, like, is it sort of like a hobby that you carve time out for? Or is it just something you do if there's nothing else?
Usually I do if there's nothing else, but there is a lot of time that there's nothing else. So.
Beauty's in the eye.
But
Oh, wow.
where are we?
Huh, we're like right where we started.
That's awesome.
That is cool. All right, well, this might be a little noisy for a bit then.
Do you think we should try to cross at the crosswalk?
Well, this is technically a crosswalk.
But,
This is just a higher chance of getting hit. If we can try to do it here, I'd say maybe after this red car. Does that look good? Do a little sport run across the crosswalk. Sucks that we live in a city where I think pedestrian fatalities are pretty high here in Atlanta in general compared to like other cities where they expect to see people. Oh, that's what that noise is.
oh, so in Athens,
Yeah.
this is not about books, but in Athens, there's a little area of town where it's Boulevard, or I guess Prince, and anyway, there's the traffic, the speed limit through there is like 35 miles an hour, but no one pays attention to it.
Right.
And people have been complaining about this forever. So there, and it was basically like a fuck you, I think, to every human being on the planet. But their solution was to put these little flags at the crosswalk, and they make you grab the flag and like wave it in the road when you want to cross.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like very like 19th century.
Yeah.
Huh. It works though? I guess as long as it's daytime?
It's...
So the people who said fuck you were the people who put the flags out for the pedestrians?
Yeah.
They're like, fuck you.
That's so rude.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, make people slow down, narrow the roads, do something that...
Right. Put those tire slashing spikes out.
Oh, yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Install a drawbridge.
There you go.
There are a lot of options here.
That definitely wouldn't increase fatalities. Bunch of dead motorists, several a day probably. Ramping up.
Is it? That's weird.
Yeah. This little shopping center with all the signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that the signs used to be there, but now that the Beltline's here, I think they're trying to advertise on every side that faces it.
Do you happen to know what Chinese reflexology is?
I don't. Do you?
I think that actually what it is that I think that it's a massage parlor.
Massage?
Massage.
Trying to make sure.
This is not nice, Kenneth.
Well, since it's coming from a different culture, it could be a different word. Massage could be.
That was not a nice thing to do. I'm blushing.
I'm just looking. My whole life is seeking clarification.
It's a massage parlor. Should we go that way?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's basically like, you know how massage parlors?
Yes. Message parlors.
They're often where you can go to get jerked off.
Yes. Is that the reflex they're referring to? The ejaculatory
Perhaps.
one?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
I think that what it is that it's a different way of identifying yourself as one of those places that the police haven't caught on to yet.
Right. So a head shop that sells weed. Or this is a bad example. Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. It's like a subtle code word. Reflexology. And I'm sure they have all the proper massage.
That's the first time you've ever called me out on how I said a word.
It takes a lot of self-restraint.
Oh my.
No, but I actually saw the opportunity for a joke there.
Okay.
So I'm not actually trying to correct you, but I thought it'd be funny to point it out. And what's better than explaining a joke to keep it funny? But yeah, who knows?
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
With an audience of one, I have one disapproval. There you go. There's a bunch of flags down there.
That's where they found all the dead bodies when they drained that.
It's like 150 flags. Just a lot of bodies.
More with the dead bodies.
Yeah, it's a general theme of the day.
Okay, so reading.
Oh, yeah.
So recently, I've started reading this book that I bought mistakenly because I looked at the wrong syllabus when I was for a class.
Right.
And I found out I wasn't actually supposed to read that book, but I still had it anyway. So I've started reading it. But it's like a anthropology text, so it's not easy reading, and it's really theory heavy.
Yeah, not a fun read.
But I'm enjoying it.
Oh, really?
It takes me probably 5 minutes to get through one page.
Jeez.
Have to keep reading back over it.
That's one of the reasons I don't like to read, but yeah.
Well, but is there no, do you find no romanticism or glimmer of hope in the written word?
Not in particular. Not that I can't find in an equivalent form elsewhere that doesn't require repetitious eye movements, I guess.
Oh, you don't like to move your eyes?
I'm kind of lazy when it comes to moving my eyes. No, it's so slow. I think that's the only thing I don't like about it. And I know you get faster as you go, and the more you read, the more quickly you can finish a book and pick up another. But it's just for me, I don't know. If you pick up, I don't like. Let me think. I don't want to say something that's not true, but I feel like it's true to say I don't like to start something if I can't finish it. But for books, more oftentimes than not, I won't finish a book if I start it, just because it gets boring at a certain point. And I feel like it's a commitment, and it's something I have to. I'm only doing it because I'm guilting myself into finishing it. It's very, very rare that I read a book that's so capturing that I want to finish the whole thing very quickly. I have had those books like The Da Vinci Code, Harry Potter, Holes, Louis Thatcher, the great philosopher, the great American philosopher. But generally speaking, I like to get the information faster, and I like it to be. I obviously love podcasts and I love audiobooks too. I would listen to an audiobook. I would listen to audiobooks all day. So maybe it is just the method and the means of actually reading. Because it's not that I don't want the information. It's just I don't like the medium of how you have to get it if you decide to read. It's so slow. It's so linear. And maybe it's the old-fashioned part of it that actually is a turn-off to me. I don't like black and white movies. Is that relevant?
Not at all.
Okay, well, it's for the same reason. They seem too
I
old-fashioned.
don't like black and white movies either, though.
Thank God. I thought I was going crazy.
I did watch Gone. I almost said Gone in the Wind.
Gone in the Wind.
Gone with the Wind.
Yes. Did Louis Thatcher write that one too?
Totally, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's about this southern whore who falls in love with the biggest jerk of all time.
That's what American romances used to be, right?
There's also a rape scene.
Okay.
Yeah, well...
Between the two main characters, the main...
Scarlett and Rhett Butler.
Which way do you want to go?
I guess this way?
Which way? This one?
This way? This way?
This is Robert Frost's situation. What do you like?
Wait, is this the way we came?
This is the way we came.
What is that?
It goes the same way, but it's more likely that we'll run into people.
Well, let's go this way.
Okay. This is sort of off the beaten trail.
How far do you think we've walked today?
I could check my phone.
My ass is hurting.
You've been walking on your ass?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's none of your business.
I'm surprised I didn't notice that. I guess I'm just too self-absorbed. Let's see.
Have I told you lately how selfish you are, Kenneth?
Oh, you didn't have to. I was thinking about myself at the time, so I was already aware. 16,000 steps, 8.1 miles.
Okay, so that makes sense that my ass is here.
Yeah, totally. And we've also sat on a variety of things that are not comfortable to sit on. I have 8 messages right now. That's
You wanna
ridiculous.
check those?
Not really.
Okay.
I'll check them later.
So, I have not read Gone with the Wind, the book.
Okay.
Because it was a book first.
They tend to be, from what I hear.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what it would be like
To have a movie that's...
to have a movie and then there's a book written about it. I think that would be a great, whoever did that would be famous.
You know, they might have actually done that with Star Wars, where they novelized it. I think they might have novelized it after the fact. They have I don't know if they're canonical or not, because I think in a bunch of the Star Wars...
What was that word?
Canonical.
What does that mean?
I don't know if it's congruent with, what George Lucas would say actually happens in the Star Wars universe. So, all these different serialized Star Wars novels are written by different authors.
Yeah.
And so those authors, once they get the rights to use all the themes and names, they can choose, for instance, to have, I don't know, Darth Vader come back to life, or have Obi-Wan Kenobi go become a Sith Lord on the evil side of the Force or something. But I don't know if they're canonical in the sense that George Lucas would say, yes, that actually happened. In the same way that books of the Bible are non-canonical. Any gospel that wasn't accepted in the Council of Nicaea or whatever as actual gospel is referred to as a non-canonical book. So it was someone who was maybe contemporaneous with Jesus and might have even been with him or known of him or just lived around the same time. They wrote a story about his life or whatever, but it wasn't accepted. It's not canonical.
Yeah, I've read the Gnostic.
Yeah, the Gnostic
texts.
Gospels are awesome.
Yeah, they're so sexual. It's mind-blowing.
I know. It's hard to get through it without there's too many choices to finish that sentence.
I think it's better left unfinished.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Let the mind wander. Right now, it looks like they're the only people alive.
Well, everyone could have died while we were in that little thoroughfare, that throughway.
There's a person over there,
That's a zombie.
but he looks
Like he's on the way out.
yeah, for sure.
He was a little bit away from the blast, but he definitely got the fallout.
But this is creepy. This is
Well, yeah,
the most alone I've ever been in Atlanta, for sure. And I'm with you.
I think that's what you should expect, because that's my MO, to be alone in the city.
Well, here you have it. I can go and hide behind something
Thank
if
you.
you'd like.
Yeah,
to.
this is a bit uncomfortable for me. Some people would feel uncomfortable being alone. I feel uncomfortable being accompanied.
Well, I'm sorry that I've put you through this.
It's okay. It makes the alone time that I get to look forward to that much better.
It's coming out now more and more, this thing that we talked about earlier.
Yeah. When the recorder is switched on, I want to try to be as witty as possible and exercise every potential for any joke. Unless it's a pun that's just too on the nose or too easy. But yeah,
So at my expense, you're
Yes,
getting
sorry.
laughs.
Sorry, I would do it to myself if I was the only one here. Again, that's my usual.
Well, yeah.
I would be if there's no one to make fun of, that's when self-deprecation begins, I guess.
Well, that's not healthy. That's not a healthy habit to have.
Well, let me ask you.
If you're so addicted to picking on people that you resort to yourself when there's no one around.
You're either picked on or you're picked or you're picking.
The picker or the picked.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
The catcher or the rye.
Raj was talking about something really funny the other day. He was talking about how Southern people are known for having these weird sayings about things. You said earlier, she'd cut her nose off to spite her face.
Yeah.
But there are several Southern, I guess, sayings.
Jankier than a bluebell in Kentucky comes to mind.
That's one of them. That's something.
That's definitely
something
something.
else.
That's actually not a real one.
Well, Viraj was like making up all these. He was like imagining being with my family. If someone asked him a question like, "Oh yeah, like when are you taking the Florida bar?" or something like that,
Right.
they'd just be like, "Well, ain't that just a fly on the monkey's back?" Like just like answering in these like weird, but like in this like fake Southern accent with these sayings that he had just made up that kind of mirror how Southern people respond to.
Yeah.
He had a couple of them that were quite funny.
Man, yeah, I would like to hear those. He should be a stand-up comedian while he's trying to get his bar thing going on.
For Snaps.
Yeah, that'd be great.
He has 3 jokes right now. He only knows 3 jokes.
Did he make them up at least? Though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of them is like, there's a billboard on I-75 South.
Okay.
And it's like, Jesus is waiting. Have you made your decision?
That's
and every time we
hilarious.
pass it, he goes, yes, I'll have the spaghetti, please.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But his other one is not. His other one is about Bed Bath & Beyond. That I don't really get at all.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's see if I can.
Well, I don't think I can even recreate it because it's the most asinine thing I've ever heard.
Oh, so it's not even like you can't even regurgitate it because it doesn't make sense.
Probably not.
Okay.
Like,
Maybe does it at least have the same punchline as the Jesus joke? Like,
no,
yes, I'll have
it's
the
just
spaghetti.
trippy.
Okay.
It's like a person going into Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know. Like, look, I don't know.
I have heard people make fun of Bed Bath & Beyond. I guess it was Family Guy. And like something weird happens and everyone's like looking at Peter and they're like, where were you? And he's like, you know Bed Bath & Beyond? I was in the Beyond section. Something like that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That was a good voice.
Oh, well, I could have gotten more into it, but, you know.
I realized recently that I'm really good at doing the Marcel the Shell voice.
What is that from? That's really familiar.
So Marcel the Shell are these videos that Jenny Slate made. Do you know who Jenny Slate is?
Not off the top of my head, but I think I've seen these videos.
Yeah, they're just a little shell with shoes on.
Yeah, she
Hence
does like a funny voice, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you could refresh my memory.
It's so, okay. I'm gonna have to like get into
We
it.
could stop if you want.
Okay.
Or do you want to keep walking?
I'm really scared you're gonna laugh at me.
I'm supposed to though, right?
Well-
They're comedy videos, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to do
She's
it.
like, do you know what I... do you... I can't. Okay. Do you know what I use for a bed? A
What?
raisin? But I can
Okay.
do it better than that.
Okay, I understand.
I can totally do it better than that.
You have to be in your element.
I do.
We're in public. It's cold outside. Around. We're
And
taking.
my voice is...
Yeah. You've got a sore ass. Been walking
I
for
do.
16,000
I have a
steps.
sore
I think that was a
ass.
good Marcel the Shell. That was a good rendition, considering the elements. And I do think I've seen those, so I appreciate the reminder. I just remembered reminders when I was in elementary school, I think. That was like a punishment. You'd get a reminder. Put your fingers on your lips.
Did your teacher ever do this?
No.
Get in a line and shut the fuck up is essentially what this is. Like, teacher, you put the finger over the lips to be
Right.
quiet, and then the hand
your hand up
raised
so
is
that you're-
like, get everyone congregate in a line.
Oh, I thought it was so you like pass out. So all your blood get up to your fingertips and you just...
That would be one hell of an elementary school.
I want to go to an elementary school where they say line up and shut the fuck up. I think that's... Talk about like advanced and progressive education. No bones about it.
None at all.
Kicking little kids in the ass.
What, do you know what that phrase means, no bones about it?
I think it refers to the practices that people will undertake when they're trying to hide bodies so that they don't get caught, so that there are no bones about it.
I think you just made that up for
I did. I was
sure.
trying to actually tie it back into all the stuff you've been talking about, but I didn't do it very
The
well.
dead bodies.
Yeah.
This is not going to look good if, like, someone that I love goes missing and the police listen to this podcast.
They'll know of a couple lots to check and a few people to check. How's that guy?
I think he's maybe preaching or
He's talking to somebody.
he's angry,
Yeah.
talking to God about it,
He's having his Lieutenant Dan moment.
praying about it. Do you know? I can do it better because that was a really bad example of it.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I'll like record it myself later and
Okay.
send it to
Yeah,
you.
you can send, I'll insert it right here. And then people will know the truth. That guy, he just said God Almighty, so I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
it's either acting as God or talking to him.
Maybe a combination, which is generally what it is, I think.
Yeah, love me because I'm God.
Yeah. What's that saying? It's like, you know that what is it? It's like Enlamont. You know that you've created God in your own image when he hates all the same people you do. Or something like that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think
That's
it's
funny.
pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Like a flea on a monkey's back. That is it.
That's funny.
I guess we finished our reading conversation.
Yeah, I mean, we had decided to talk about that, like, I think when we first got together earlier today, and so much has transpired since that point. Like, it almost, I don't know, maybe it would have been a weightier conversation, but we've plunged the depths at this point.
You think?
To a degree. I think we went much deeper than that question. And so coming back to that question after the fact, it's kind of like lost its profound edge, you know?
I feel that. I feel that
Yeah,
vibe.
because I probably would have been more defensive, but I was already pretty defensive about stuff that was harder to be defensive about. So since now, I'm just like, yeah, I don't like to read. And you're like, okay, I respect that.
That's, I'm fine with it. I do think that I could probably like find something that you would read and would read all the way through.
I would definitely be willing to maybe, as I said, I would get the audiobook at the very least.
The American Girl books are one of my favorites.
Is that a joke? I don't know about that. How's it going?
You know,
Are those the ones that are like,
Felicity is the best. She's the best bitch around.
it's like a period kind of thing where they're like writing
Yeah.
about living in like the 1800s?
Yeah, yeah.
They first get their period and they have to like use a napkin. So like
That's
there's no tampons and
a
stuff.
complete misrepresentation of American Girl.
Oh, I thought that was one of the titles of one of the books.
She got her period and had to use a napkin.
Yeah, that
In
was,
1764.
yeah, it's called American Girls or whatever, colon, and whatever is part of the title. Colon, the time she got her period at dinner and had to use a napkin because there weren't pads or tampons yet.
Well,
I don't mean to make fun of the series.
you shouldn't.
Yeah, I
I mean,
probably
they're
should stop
basically
right
like
there.
a guiding light for all, 6 to 12-year-olds.
Huh, I don't think my sister, I don't, well actually, my sister is getting into reading at this point. I was gonna say, I don't remember if she read any of those, but she's not like the dictator of what all 6 to 11-year-old girls do, so what you're saying isn't hinging upon whether or not she did it or not, so there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Speaking of, weird pad-like things.
You might have found a primitive tampon, or a pad, rather. I think that's like an insert for a child's shoe.
Huh.
Maybe.
It's an odd thing. It's a hard thing to lose, I feel.
It is. You have to take an effort, make an effort to lose something like that.
She might have had the shoe off and was, spanking her kid, and
I
it
would
came
be.
flying out.
I would be. With such ferocity.
I climbed Olive Arabia Mountain the other day with I thought it was like a pebble in my shoe,
Yeah.
but then I got home and it was a penny,
Oh, interesting.
but it had made it so uncomfortable,
Yeah.
and I'm just such a lazy dick that I wouldn't sit down and take my shoe off
Getting
him.
stubborn.
Yeah.
This fucking rock.
I was like, no, I can do it. I can hobble through it.
Ooh, and a penny if it stands up on its edge,
Yeah.
too. Oof, that would hurt.
It caught me right underneath I have really high arches.
Okay.
And it caught me right in the arch of my foot, and it hurts so bad.
That would hurt. I thought you were going to say it was glass, which would be even worse and ironic considering your name.
That would be ironic
Would that be ironic? I've actually had.
and terrible.
Do you know the definition of irony? Versus coincidence?
Wait a minute, I'm gonna need to stop walking to think of this.
Because I feel like it's an important distinction that most people get wrong. And I don't want to get it wrong anymore. I'm ready for this.
You're ready?
I'm
You're
ready
ready
to
to be
move forward.
bathed in the light?
Yeah.
So I think irony is, I don't know. It's like one of those things you just know it when you see it.
Is it like if you were to walk around all day, every day saying that you were so glad that there were knives in the world because knives are great tools that could never ever be used to kill or hurt anyone, and that you love knives and you married a knife, and then it turns out that you're ultimately killed by a knife? Would that be ironic?
Totally.
Okay.
I mean, it's like that Alanis Morissette song, which I think should definitely be like the closing credits of the show.
Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think?
I don't know. Actually, that's the problem. I don't know if it's ironic.
Well, in that case of that song, my comment to her would be, no, it's just shitty luck. But
Meaningless coincidence.
I do love that music video.
Yeah.
Alanis Morissette, circa like 94, is my ideal woman. She's so beautiful.
She reminds me a lot of Sarah Silverman, but like a musical equivalent.
Yeah.
Is she Jewish though? Probably not Jewish.
I don't know.
What's her name again?
She's Buddhist now. Alanis Morissette. She has this song about it called Thank You, spelled with a U.
Oh,
Thank
cool.
you.
Cool.
It was like kind of like, have you ever heard that phrase, that's so internet?
No.
Well, it's basically just like a person who's really good, I think this is what it means, at putting like almost like being seemingly serious about like memes, like integrating them into their lives.
Oh, okay.
But I think that she was internet before that existed. Thank you,
Yeah.
which is a very internet thing, I would say.
What if she said thank you, comma, LOL?
That would be even better. That she has a song about she went crazy and then went to India, and she wrote this very beautiful philosophical song. In the video, she's walking around a grocery store naked. Which and like her hair is like so long, it's like covering her breasts, and she's just kind of like wandering around like staring at the cereal aisle. It's so good.
Is this from the 90s too? Mid-90s? Or is this?
I think it's probably the late 90s.
Okay, so she's gone. She had ironic, and then she had a breakdown or something. And
Yeah.
went to India.
Yeah.
I want to listen to it. Is that from Jagged Little Pill? I think I need to get that album. I think I'm going to listen to it.
It's like whenever I'm sad, I just watch the ironic video.
How many times?
I probably watched it like...
Oh, how many times does it take to get happy again?
Oh.
I'm looking for a formula next time I'm sad.
Probably, 4.
That's not bad. That's like about 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe 18 if it's like a rare 6 or 5 minute song. I'm going to write that down.
Jagged Little Pill.
Because that's a classic. And I know it's a classic, but I've never really listened to it. And it's a shame if, similar to Kanye West, I don't expose myself to like some of their more meaningful... Like I just kind of have my pop culture understanding of who she is as an artist to draw from. And like, I love Fiona Apple. And I used to only have my pop culture understanding of her to draw from and to inform me of who she was as a person. So I definitely like getting a more intimate kind of glimpse into who they are as artists.
I feel that for sure.
So yeah, I will get that album. We can talk about that next week for at least as long as we talked about books.
Sounds good.
Which, that'd be a solid 3 minutes.
Are they getting married?
I don't know. They didn't tell me they were.
Well, not everybody wants you around, Kenneth. How many times do I have to tell you?
They didn't tell me to stay away. There is that like restaurant thing over there.
What? Those people just promised their lives to each other.
I hope they made the right choice.
Probably not, but whatever. They'll find out in time.
I think it might be...
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Skyline.
No worries. That was a bold-faced homeless person style lie. That was not a picture of the skyline.
I know.
She was like, oh, marriage idea.
She was gonna, what is she's gonna Snapchat it to her friends?
Yeah, to her boyfriend. Say they got married. You told me you didn't want to get married because no one gets married in the winter, but they got married.
Do you Snapchat?
No.
I think that you would be really good at it.
Maybe. I don't know. My sister does. I think it's annoying actually because like my phone is really, really slow at processing everything, and I very conservative and stingy with my data, and so to use that, well, actually, can you use Snapchat on Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I
then
think
I
the
take back
real
what I said.
thing that you're getting at right now is that when somebody sends you a picture of their breasts, you
Yeah.
want to be able to keep it forever.
Well, you can do screenshots.
You have to be fast though.
Well, I mean, that's like, guys
you have to be
are.
so fast.
I've got very, very nimble fingers, and I would just get into a habit of taking a screenshot of it, no matter what it was. I'd prepare myself. I'd be ready. Get really good at taking screenshots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But no, I think you're still right. The idea that I could lose a potential boob shot of mine or someone else's is a tragedy in waiting, and I don't like to have tragedies waiting. I'd rather be dead, strewn all over the train tracks, or in my office working, having a boring day.
that's fair enough.
He thinks so.
Cool haircut.
Thank you.
Oh, I've decided that I do want you to cut my hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you nervous about it?
I'm not nervous, but I can't promise a good job. I can only promise as good of a haircut as I've ever given to anyone, which is only as evident as any picture you've ever seen of me. Because,
Well, I think we've come to.
well, we're trying to get over to the Beltline?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to go to the ceremony for the wedding? Oh, yeah. Here's the,
Yeah, I guess that's. I bet all of his like male friends are pissed that it's on Super Bowl night. Is tonight the Super Bowl?
I think tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure they would have been pissed and probably not shown up and not apologized because it would have been his fault.
Damn.
Like, Jason, what the fuck, you idiot?
Jason,
Yeah.
what were you thinking?
You stupid bastard with your idiot bitch wife.
Leave her out of it. Right?
She was the one who wanted on Saturday because she wanted to have Sunday for them to start their honeymoon so they have an extra day. Because for some reason, it's not good enough for her to stay in Georgia.
Well,
She wants to get out of here. So
Those people who are raised with money, nothing's good enough for them.
that's why I don't think they're going to last. He doesn't
I
make
thought you were
enough.
going to say that's why you're going to raise your children poor.
Well,
but-
they don't have a choice. I don't know if I even need to make an announcement that they're going to be raised poor. That's just a given. Everyone in my house is used to that. Even when we have money in my house, we still live poor.
Yeah.
Eating soup and like getting warm by matchlight.
Matchlight.
Light single matches. You can warm your hands for approximately 7 seconds, maybe 8 if you burn your fingers. We could try to cross quickly.
You think?
This discussion is limiting the time that we have.
Okay.
That's perfect.
That was exhilarating.
Yeah. I often think that. I forgot what I was going to say, but I knew I had a thought.
That was exhilarating.
Is that a
It's
Rochelle
so
Deschanel?
bad.
I'll insert another one right here. It's a redo of that. Oh yeah, hesitation. It's like the worst thing ever. Just in general. Like,
Or it can be wise.
there you go.
You know?
So it's either the worst thing ever or it's a very wise practice, which doesn't leave much room for interpretation.
I'm just thinking about like in situations where you might, overreact,
Yeah,
like you
that's
as
true.
you are wont to do.
Yeah. Me?
You know?
Me personally? Me?
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
A photo shoot going on up here.
Everyone's getting their picture taken. Why not? Last day of January pics. Or this day, last day?
Oh, tomorrow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, tomorrow's February 1st.
You know what I'm doing in February?
No.
Other than starting this podcast with you, which is really beautiful.
I like it so far.
Our love child. My friend Erin and I are doing we're each taking one photograph a day.
Okay.
And then we're putting them on our respective blogs.
Okay.
Just kind of like a no thoughts, just like an image from our day.
Any image from any point?
Yeah, that it has to be taken on that day.
Okay.
Like you can't just like limp out and be like, well, I took this picture like 3 weeks ago and nobody
Okay.
saw it and I'm going to use this one.
Right. But it has to be of you. You can't just be like a picture of the sky or...
No, it does not. No. It can be
Oh.
of anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
this
cool.
is not like a selfie challenge.
Oh, selfie challenge. Can you?
I would challenge you to take more selfies. I don't get enough of them.
I could do that, I guess, with my chap snap.
Your chap snap.
Yeah. Chap snap. You think Viraj is still studying?
He texted me earlier and said that he's really sick and that I'm gonna have to take him to the doctor tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Sick with what?
Well, he had the flu this past week.
So he did end up getting it.
Yeah.
And you don't have it yet.
No.
Although I've probably been infected.
Oh
this
my
month.
God.
I'm just joking.
It's always about you.
Well, who else am I going to be worried about getting sick?
Me.
Oh, well, that's true.
Jesus.
No, but you've already proven that you haven't, though.
It's because I'm a gladiator and nothing phases me. But
Sure.
I don't think I'm gonna get it.
No, I don't think so.
He's been breathing in my face a lot, and I'm completely
Yeah.
fine.
I've already been actually sick with the flu this year, like a month or two ago.
Are you lying?
No, I'm serious. I got the flu shot, and then I actually got the flu about 3 weeks later. It was pretty awesome.
Well,
I felt like I understood what it's like to die, because like not in a painful way, but I just didn't want to live anymore.
yeah.
I just got to the point where it was like, this amount of tiredness, this amount of disinterest in eating and getting up and doing anything
Yeah.
has to be like what an older person feels like at the end of their life, when they just, every day is so draining, all you can do is just fall asleep. Like, I think at that point, like, with my own experience with my grandparents and everything and how they passed away, usually to sickness, it seems like that's ultimately what they feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're lucky enough to live long enough to get to that point.
If you're unlucky enough to live long enough.
That's true, but I mean, I feel like my grandparents, although they passed away due to like maybe painful ailments, I still feel like they lucked out in being able to live at least that long. Like, they weren't killed by tragedy, or in tragedy, I guess. Like, they got to go as long as their body would let them. Their death wasn't decided by some fate that they had no control over. So I guess they didn't have control over their body, but it's not like they were in a car crash when they were 45 or something, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I hope to live that long.
No way, dude.
You don't want to?
Nope.
Pull the plug?
Pull the plug.
Get another tattoo? I'll get a few. Repetitious messaging.
I was thinking about getting
DNR? Is that right?
no, well, that too, but a tattoo for my grandmother.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know why that, it feels a little bit weird that
Yeah.
that like popped into my mind. Not in this particular moment, that the idea of like,
Commemorating her through that.
yeah,
I
kind of weirded me out that I did that, but
Well, what kind of tattoo, though?
probably just like a collection of words that remind me of her, you know, in English. Even though
Even though that's not the choice language
I've
for...
been told it's dumb to get tattoos that are in English,
Yeah.
but
Well, I'll tell you something off air. Just remind me. It's private.
Okay.
Private, but I have something to tell you that will absolve you of that critique.
all right,
I just gotta remember.
I'll remember.
Okay. Cool. A Walk to Remember by Mandy Moore.
Have you ever seen that movie?
I think so. Maybe not all in one sitting, but definitely putting it together through multiple viewings on TBS.
Yeah. Well, I think that maybe like one of these episodes of Territories,
Yeah.
we should recreate the
An audio
her-
version.
yes, that, or her list of things that
Oh.
she like wanted to do before she died.
Oh, a bucket list day.
Yeah, like to be in two places at once.
That was on her list.
Yeah, and so he like took her to the state line, and she like stood like with
Oh,
one
that's-
leg on. It was so bad. And then there's she wanted to get a tattoo, and so he like sexually like puts like a fake tattoo like on her like shoulder in the
Yeah.
car.
Was she dying?
She dies in the end, yeah,
Why did she die?
from cancer.
Oh, okay.
That's the whole like
I
thing
guess
of
I
it.
haven't seen this.
She's like, so she starts tutoring him,
Okay.
or something like that.
Is there an age difference between these two?
No, they're
Okay.
the same age. He's the bad boy.
Nice.
She's the preacher's daughter.
Classic.
And She starts like helping him out with something. I can't remember what. But at the beginning, she's like, "Don't fall in love with me," or like
Foreshadowing.
like promise me you won't fall in love with me.
Every man I've ever met has fallen in love with me.
So, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I promise," because he's kind of like repulsed by her, because he's like got a hot piece on the side, you know.
Nice.
And through the
piece.
course of the story, he falls more and more, and he like sees her one night when she's like performing in the school play, and she's wearing this like sexy outfit, and
Sexy outfit in a school play.
she's supposed to be like a club singer or something.
Oh, okay.
And
Some cleavage, maybe.
then he like realizes, he's like, "Oh, of course, I'm in love with you," and so he
Yes.
tells her, and she like freaks out, and she's like,
Right.
"I told you not to fall in love with me." Classic movie line.
Yeah.
I told you not to fall in love with me.
Told you. Yeah.
I told you not to fall in love with me. And then she like freaks out. He freaks out, doesn't know why she's so upset, and then finds out that she has cancer.
Oh, so that's why she didn't want him to fall in love with her, because
'Cause she was gonna die.
She can't be there for him if they started a life or something.
Yeah.
Well, I usually resent bucket lists, but I think it would be a fun exercise. I think that would be a cool little segment to see what is actually on our bucket list.
Do you have a bucket list?
No, like I said, I resent them. So I don't think of. Maybe that's why I don't do much, because I'm not aiming for anything. But no, I've always thought that I just feel like they're kind of pointless. But I am curious if I did it earnestly. Some beautiful teeth. Wow. Talk about falling in love. Yeah, that's totally gorgeous. Changes your whole appeal. Lindsay's got some gorgeous joke teeth. The only joke here, though, is that she's a married woman, so she's a temptress. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Joke's on you.
Yeah, I guess so. The butt of the joke, as the magazine said. But that would be cool. I think
Dog shit.
it's everywhere. Thank God it's not darker out here. I think we should do that. I think we should make bucket lists.
Okay.
And then share them. Maybe, how many? 20 things, maybe, at the most?
That's a lot.
Okay. See, I'm not well versed in bucket listology.
Let's do 15.
Okay, that's not a huge compromise. I can do that.
Okay.
15 seems reasonable. Bucket list.
Bucket list.
And an earnest bucket list.
Have you?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
Have you ever?
That is a small dog. Wow.
Oh my God. I'm surprised that it has a heartbeat.
I know, I was gonna say, what kind of batteries is that thing take?
It's like a Generation 3 Furby.
Yeah, it's cute.
Well, I was gonna say something really lame.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Well, it was about this little video. I can't see, the thing is, I can't even remember the specifics of it, but it was about this little girl that I saw on YouTube talking about like what she says when mean girls at school are mean to her, and she rounds her arms and she's like, "You can just go ahead and throw that in the I don't care bucket," which is so classic.
I think I've seen that little girl.
But it's like she says it cuter, and also like probably words it better.
Well, she's a legit little girl. She's got that going for her, you know?
Yeah.
That kind of innate cuteness.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Oh, well, I'm not saying that that's why. I'm just saying don't feel bad if you can't like replicate the joy of an ignorant 8-year-old who doesn't understand that her body will decay.
You know what? I think that she would think that you were ignorant.
She probably would. She'd probably be like, "You can throw your ignorance in this waste paper basket," or whatever you just said. Throw this into my arms.
In the fuck it bucket?
The fuck it bucket. That's what we should call it. The fuck it bucket list.
The fuck it bucket list.
There you go. F-U-K-T. Or would that be fucked?
If
I guess it'd be F-U-K-E-T. Or maybe.
those two words are like impossible to mix together because they have like such similar letters.
Fuck it bucket.
The fuck buck.
The fuck book.
The fuck buck.
Fuck the fuck buck. that loses all trace of what that is referring to.
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds like something that you do at a
Sounds like
strip club or something.
Sounds like at the bottom of porn websites where they have like the different kinds that you can go to.
Yeah,
That
or
would be an option.
maybe like an advertisement for advertising on that website. Like, we'll give you fuck bucks
Yeah.
if you like spread the word about this
Tired of
product.
paying for sex?
Yeah. Here's a fuck buck.
Have you ever seen that commercial that's like, you can edit this out later, but it's like too whatever explicit.
I doubt it, unless you think it is.
It's like a commercial. It's like, tired of being on like Tinder. You can fuck ugly girls here for free. And there's like the picture of this like poor girl who's like bouncing her boobs.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
I'm pretty sure. I don't think I've seen that exact ad, but I'm pretty sure I've seen ones that are very similar.
Like who? I mean, you know, I think it's so mean to compile a website of like ugly people.
Yeah, well, and it's weird too because like I oftentimes will wonder, like someone has to know these people. Someone has to, like there has to be some people who see these videos or these ads or something, and they're like, oh my god, I know that girl or that guy.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's so much out there
Yeah.
just by sheer
You're
numbers.
telling me.
Yeah, you can't even get through it all.
And trust me, I've tried.
Yeah. So it's impossible. It's like it's impossible. But yeah, no, that's that is sad. I think it says a lot about the audience too. Like the people seeing that ad, they're probably kind of might make them kind of feel like a loser too. Because if you're masturbating to pretty ladies, it's probably because you maybe can't get a pretty lady. So they're like,
That's not true at all, Kenneth.
no, it's not. But I'm saying someone who maybe, I don't know, maybe someone who would respond to that ad maybe wouldn't actually be, because that ad is to go have sex with actual people, right?
Yeah.
So what if a guy just wants to like masturbate, but he already has a girlfriend? I guess you could cheat on her. I don't
If
know.
he just wants to masturbate, but he already has a girl. But
Yeah,
he
like-
just wants to masturbate.
I just want to masturbate.
Well, okay, but like, what are you saying exactly? Like,
I guess I'm saying like, does that statement of ugly people being fuckable and you can go have sex with them, does that not imply that the person doing it is also ugly? I guess not necessarily, but
I mean, you know, people are into all kinds of things.
Ugg fetishes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
Both the shoe and the face.
Yeah. Well, those two go together.
They're very comfortable. Not that you would know.
For a second, I forgot what Ugg boots were. I just remembered I was thinking of Birkenstocks, but also like
Hey.
Skechers.
I wear Birkenstocks.
They're like Skechers style Birkenstocks. You know how like Skechers are really ugly?
That's so good though.
Yeah.
I want to find every image of Uggs on the internet and replace them with like a Skechers Birkenstock hybrid.
Yeah. I think that's a worthy. Again, that's a job that would never finish. There's as much There's as many pictures of Uggs as there are pornographic videos. So you'd have your work cut out for you.
Truly.
Definitely.
I don't know how I would do it either because my ass is so sore.
Well,
I'm not going to be able to sit for long amounts of time.
you get a walking desk.
I'm surprised they don't make you use those at the Mel Kemp.
They have a few actually, and you can use
You're
them.
lying.
No, I pinky swear. And just to set the scene, I never lie with a pinky swear, and I can pinky swear that. They have walking desks.
Have you ever used one?
I haven't, but
Because you're not exploratory?
well, I'm not trying to get in my extra exercise in that way.
Yeah. I
Like-
feel like just having a job for you is like exercise because you have to go so far to get there.
Right. Yeah, so I'm not trying to get extra. In that way, I guess. Like I just, yeah. A lot of runners.
Yeah. Aren't you a runner?
No. I'm actually kind of against running because, like, I feel like it's really deleterious to your joints and your knees and stuff. And I already kind of feel like I have a weak knee from like an injury I got when I used to work at Publix.
Well, that particular
I used to like, I would have to work sometimes really early shifts, like ridiculously early. Like I I had to get up at like 3 a.m.
You were in high school?
Yeah, it would be like a Saturday morning or something. So I'd have to get up at like 3 so I could get to work by 4 so that I could help unload a truck. And anytime I was scheduled to do that, first of all, I would try to kill myself the night before. But if that didn't work, I would get 6 shots of Starbucks espresso, and I would refrigerate that overnight, which is it makes it taste like shit the next day. But then I would pour that into a huge cup of coffee. So I would just have like this monstrous caffeinated drink, and it's seriously, if you drink that much caffeine, puts you on another level, like Adderall style level of just like.
Or Vyvanse, whatever.
Yeah, Vyvanse is a good comparison. Yeah. It's analog for sure. But anyway, so I was going so fast trying to unload this truck and just like moving too fast, and I hurt my knee. End of story. Somehow I hurt my knee and made a weird sound, and now like if I go upstairs and I like kind of articulate my leg in a certain way, I hear like it sounds like it's like bone on bone. It's like.
I bet you're totally gonna have to get your knee replaced.
Fuck that.
I'm so tired.
Oh, right now?
Do you have a sleigh handy? Can you just drag me?
That would be so difficult for me. Dragging a sleigh on concrete, there'd be like sparks and stuff. I could give you a piggyback ride.
Oh, I could give you a piggyback ride.
I'm not sore-assed.
That's true.
Piranha-sore-ass.
Piranha-sore-assed.
Yeah.
Piranha-sore-assed.
Piranha-sore-assed. Bronze have sword. Gas.
I was trying to think of a name, like a female name, that
Verona.
would go Verona. Veronica-sore-assed.
Veronica-sore-assed.
That's pretty good.
That sounds almost like an anal sex joke, kind of.
Veronica.
It's a bit of a stretch.
Do you know what Veronica has in... I'm trying to think of I'm trying to become like a 20-year-old guy in my brain right now.
That's difficult.
And make a really disgusting joke.
Okay, yeah. I'll be the judge of that.
Do you know what Veronica has in common with dinosaurs after last night?
What, dude?
Veronica-sore-assed.
Oh, dude, you have the best dinosaur-themed anal sex jokes.
That's kind of funny, though.
That is funny.
Yeah.
I would accept that as a updated and dirty Bazooka Joe comic thing you put on the gum, you know?
Totally.
The gum jokes for adults in novelty stores.
Damn.
The city?
Yeah.
City's pretty. It's a pretty city. We have so few buildings.
That's true.
It's kind of laughable.
Also, more important than anything you ever have to say. Speaking of Mandy Moore,
okay.
She's getting divorced.
From whom?
What is his name?
I didn't even know she was married.
She's married to that guy, Ryan Adams, who does all those sad love songs.
Oh, I don't. He's not an actor?
No.
Okay.
He's a singer. Ryan Adams. He has that song that's like
Don't go chasing your heart.
the come pick me up song. No?
No.
You can look it up later.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
remember. That's a story that unfortunately took a bad turn. I was really hoping I would know the celebrity.
Well, yeah, they got divorced for sure.
Irreconcilable differences, or
probably
fucking around
or like
on the side?
he had a side bitch. He's an addict. I know that. Not like a practicing addict, but he was an alcoholic and a drug addict for a long time. And I don't know if like he slipped or she was just insufferable or you know, maybe they are like just want to be BFFs. I don't know.
Man, I think a Hollywood marriage would be difficult to celebrities.
For sure.
It's a
even though
demanding
she's
lifestyle.
not even famous anymore.
Yeah, but does she do stuff with like makeup or anything?
I don't think so.
She's just chilling. Maybe that's why he's mad at
And
her.
he hasn't made a good album in years.
Well, that's because he's sober.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's always true.
Of course. I see some police action down there.
probably racist.
They're arresting racists now. Sir?
Better go and hide, Kenneth.
Yeah, I guess so.
And dating an Asian woman is no excuse.
No, I understand. I thought as like a token representative from the non-white sector of society, I thought I could use that card to get away with more. But you're right, an Asian just doesn't mean what it used to. Now, if it was the Vietnam War era, I would be set.
You totally would, yeah.
People
You'd
would
be
be
able
like-
to say whatever the hell you wanted to.
They'd be like, wow, you are so counterculture. Like, you identify with the struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not in this case.
Well, I'm in the same boat, dude.
Oh yeah, Indian people, they don't really count.
Not at all.
Aziz Ansari, I think, ruined that for everyone.
Totally, yeah.
I heard he's from like South Carolina.
He's totally from South Carolina.
So it's like, okay, well, you're just a South Carolinian. You're not like, well, is he Indian or is he?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah. His parents are Indian.
Northern India?
I don't know, actually. His skin.
Yeah.
So people from northern India tend to look a little more.
Fairer skin.
Yeah, they're fair skin. Their eyes are like a little bit.
More
What's a
exaggerated?
non-rude way
Elliptical?
to say that?
Elliptical.
They're a little bit, yeah.
Or eccentric.
They have maybe like they would look like they were from like Nepal or Tibet or something.
Okay. So maybe like a 60-40 split, 60 going more towards like a Chinese sort of heritage, perhaps.
Yeah, and then
Maybe the opposite.
in southern India, everyone is like black.
And you have to say it like that to specify.
Was that offensive? I'm sorry.
No,
Everyone was black.
I mean, I've had friends from southern India, and apparently skin tone and like the variation is important over there. Like, I don't know if it's racism against different skin types, but I definitely have heard that it's a cultural awareness. People want to be lighter skinned, and like the blacker skinned people, darker skinned people are kind of like not looked at as attractively or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know. I don't know really. Because Viraj grew up in Mumbai, which is like super metropolitan, and so I don't know if that was ever an issue.
Every time I hear Mumbai, I just think that it's an anagram of Bombay.
It is.
Is it an exact anagram?
Oh no.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's that's not an anagram, but it is. It's the other name.
Oh, it's just
It was
another name of
originally
it?
the British named it Bombay,
so they returned
and then the
Independence.
counter name was Mumbai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Mumbai mean like fuck England in like Hindi or something?
Probably Marathi. Yes.
Mumbai. It's an awful impression.
That was truly awful.
I was too embarrassed to do it, and then that just made it worse. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
You know, somebody told me one time that hesitation is the
It's the
great
worst.
evil of
Yeah.
all evils.
If I had hesitated and thought about it, I would have realized that I shouldn't do it. So sometimes what may be the greatest evil can also be the highest ethical point. I don't know. It's gotten quite dark.
It has. The skylight is really beautiful right
Yeah.
now.
It is 6:38.
Should we sign off?
Just about.
Do you think we have enough to?
We actually almost have enough for 2 episodes.
Okay.
If we keep going for another about 12 minutes, which is probably how much time it might take us to walk all the way back,
Yeah.
then we'll have 2 solid hours.
Okay.
Keep it rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, might as well, right?
Might as well. It's not
Yeah.
like I have anything else to do.
That's true. The only difference would be whether or not this little device is on or off. Be the same conversation.
True. Except the secret thing that you can't tell me.
Oh shit, you have to go though to that show, don't you?
Yeah.
Isn't that soonish? 8ish?
It's at 8. Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, we could sign off. And I could tell you that secret.
That sounds good. That sounds dirty though. But yeah, let's.
I'm not going to deny that it's a dirty secret.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I want to know the secret. Yeah.
So this is the first episode of Territories. We didn't really involve you, the listener, very much, but that's kind of, I think that should be the theme of the show. You just kind of pop in and you're like a fly on the wall. You think that's...
Yeah, listening to the two coolest people you know, chit-chatting.
Let's speak for yourself.
I think you're very cool. I would say you're probably like one of the maybe two coolest people I know.
And the other one's you?
Well, no, I mean, I'm obviously like...
Oh, you are? It goes without saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're queen of cool.
I'm like princess of cool.
Who's queen? Your mother.
My mom is not queen of cool.
Okay.
My mom is like king of cool.
Actually, doesn't it have to be Queen Latifah then? Actually, if you think about it.
Latifah can be, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a good queen.
Okay.
But yeah, I would definitely say that you're probably top two coolest people I know.
Interesting. You heard it here first.
And never again.
Yeah, probably not. It'll be a different sentiment next time. I think the biggest asshole I know, maybe, probably, number one.
You
No-
are?
Oh, I'm saying that you're going to say that to me, probably like next week.
Oh, no.
Well, then I got something to shoot for.
Yeah, you better be
Pull
on
it
your
out.
worst behavior.
Yeah, there you go. And next week we'll have our bucket lists to share.
The fucking bucket list.
Bucket list.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this was a solid introduction, though. I think we should release one on Monday, one on Friday.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Am I gonna help you edit them?
You don't have to. Do you want to?
Could we like do it with a beer?
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah,
But I feel like this is maybe like more of an independent thing for you.
it has been historically.
I don't
but
want you to be snappy with me.
I do get focused.
Yeah, because you're like
Can you turn your
focusing on
fucking head?
something. Please,
Turn your fucking head, please.
can you be less of a fucking asshole?
This clip fucking sucks a dick. I am deleting it. I don't care what I said. I don't care what you said. It's my project. No, we could definitely make it a collab. I might have to get like a headphone splitter so you can hear it more easily. So we don't have to. Or actually, we could just have like one earbud in each.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could just focus on the beer and not even edit, and then just be like, "Well, that was fun. We should have recorded that. Could have had another episode."
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well. All right. I hope you enjoyed.
How do you say goodbye?
It's difficult.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at it. I don't like to make it like obvious. So, well, I do though. I'm always like, see you later. Until next time. Bye for now. Good night. Good luck. I love you. Goodbye.
You've been listening to
A production of
The Podcast Empire. Spread the word.